And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10.
3-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. He's going to air it out for and this will be caught at the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain of 39 that time. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Hill. Flush to his right. And nearly picked off there. And it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's 2nd down. Charles, this one, not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
5-yard pickup on the play. And it's
in need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the gun, here's Hill. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3.
The kick is good.
When you talk about clutch, that one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter. And he's going to be taken down right at the line.
To number 1.
No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory.
He's across midfield.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
3 brings up 2nd and 7.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be stopped up just short of the 1st down at the Cardinals' 42. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
A gain of 6 brings up 3rd and 1.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Tanner Muse there defensively.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. And now here's a carry heading left. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Here's Jackson. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England.
And that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity?
And that's caught inside the 35. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
Yes, it was a touchdown. And not just a TD, but how about a long touchdown that puts them in a great position now.
And now just an extra point away from tying this thing. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
They're on the 17-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Jackson to throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Intended for his running back out of the backfield.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory.
The ball carrier.
The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Throwing now is Jackson. Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 28. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
3rd and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive. Now a first throw here in overtime. And this is caught. It's pulled in by Gronkowski. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Fournette running out of the gun. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
16 yards. First down, Arizona.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the run, it's Fournette. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll run with Fournette. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. 3rd and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive. From the gun, Hill. And able to find Dorsett. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Dorsett.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.